Yo, what's good everybody? Full Dokkan here, back with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we've got a very interesting topic actually to be talking about when it comes to the state of Dokkan Battle right now, post 10th anniversary, like in April, we're going into May, and a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of power creep has been going on with this game and everything like that, and some people are happy with it, and most of the people, they're not very happy with it. But today I did come across on Twitter like this thread right here from a bit to chaotic. Chaotic, like a lot of people know chaotic in the Dokkan Battle community. Very cool guy, definitely go leave a follow, just chat to him. I'm pretty sure chaotic loves talking about Dokkan Battle. I mean, he's made a whole thread about it. So alright, let's just go through this and let's just give out our opinions on it and everything like that, right? So Dokkan's appeal as a game is very limited. It pretty much lives and dies by the reception to the newest units and the difficult content surrounding them. By the way, this is not really a hot takes thread. This is basically just a thread that I kind of went through and I found very interesting, and this is something that a lot of people don't really think about when it comes to Dokkan Battle, when it comes to how it can appeal you as an actual player. I feel like the appeal for Dokkan Battle as a game, you know it's a gacha game, like they do market it as a gacha game, right? And the main appeal for Dokkan Battle, like let's be real, Dokkan Battle is a gacha game. It's not the greatest gacha game to ever exist, alright? It's like when it comes to how it actually like treats its free-to-play players or stuff like that. Dokkan didn't have PT in the game until like what, a year ago or something like that, and it's been like almost 10 years. I mean, not even almost 10 years, it's been like more than 10 years that this game has been out, and they only introduced pity to us in like year 9, right? So like the appeal towards this game, it does kind of become that. It has always honestly become that. It's just the newest units. If you don't like the newest units, if the difficult content surrounding those newest units don't really resonate with you, then you're more often than not just not gonna play Dokkan Battle. You're just gonna go and play something else, right? Like that's usually how it works with a lot of gacha games. It's not only Dokkan Battle, but it's very prominent in Dokkan Battle because it's an offline gacha. There's no PvP aspect to this game other than World Tournament, which I think is good because PvP in a gacha can really destroy a gacha if you don't handle it correctly. And look at what's going on in Dragon Ball Legends. But anyway, I stayed on that point a little too much. But what I do think is that for Dokkan, the units have always been the appeal, right? Just the way they build units, the way they make units feel unique, right? And we're gonna go into that part of the units, or like that part of the discussion in a little bit right here. When units and teams are unfun to use, you have to keep that in mind. Unfun to use, the game just isn't fun to play. The gameplay of Dokkan isn't interesting on its own. It requires new events and units to keep feeling it fresh. That is true. I mean, this is stuff we know. I don't think too many people have the craziest of fun just pressing the bubbles of Dokkan Battle. I think what goes into Dokkan Battle is you reading the kits, memorizing those kits, and like being able to actually add those kits and put them to work against like different types of bosses. It's not always very good to have the same exact type of boss or like the same exact type of unit. That's what I think makes a game unfun. It makes it redundant, and that's kind of what's going on with the teams right now in Dokkan Battle and the events right now in Dokkan Battle. I feel like what's going on with the events right now in Dokkan Battle is the fact that they've kind of like disguised the events to make it seem like they're different events, but they're really just not too much. If we go to like Festival, for example, or if you think about like Universe Survival Saga Red Zone, both of those are, I would probably say, they're stacking events. Like you take like 40 minutes to beat Jiren, and you need stacking units there, because if you don't, then Jiren is gonna hit you with a 3 million critical super attack that's absolutely gonna destroy you. And then Festival of Battles is like its own thing. The thing is 3 hours long, which makes it so, it feels like a chore to actually play Festival. And then you've got Battle Hardened Foes, which is like kind of like shorter fights, but the thing they did with these shorter fights, you have to go through 5 of them or like 4 of them, and it still takes like 50 minutes to clear this as well. And for a mobile game, being on it for 50 minutes on the same event, it can be unfun, especially with the units that are out right now who all feel the same. It feels like you're using the same exact unit with a different skin. That's just how it kind of feels right now. So when those units and events are handled poorly, Dokkan doesn't really have another leg to stand on. Nobody's logging into the game because they enjoy the story of quests. Well, exactly, like nobody's gonna be logging into the game, just spend their treasure gems in the Baba shop. You wanna log into the game, use the new units. I'm sorry, but we got the new Kaioken Goku and hit, right? I love Kaioken Goku. I really do. I played for those units on stream for 2 hours, and what I did was we just switched to watching Instagram reels because it was so boring to use those units. I don't know if it's burnout or if it's the fact that the units just feel the exact same as every other unit before them. Hit is a stacking unit, and then you stack into a nuke passive. It's just like watered down fusions, bro. Like, we already have the fusions. That's just kind of how it feels to me, man. Like, okay, yeah, like, that's the thing. He gets a stat boost, and then he's got a nuke active skill. Using that unit, I don't really feel like, oh, I'm using hit. It doesn't really feel like that. I don't know if y'all understand what I mean. It's crazy to me that there are only a handful of units in Dokkan that feel like they have their own identity. Okay, exactly. This is exactly what I was talking about, actually. Hit, as a unit, he doesn't feel like he has his own identity, right? The only thing that kind of makes you feel like you're using hit is the fact that he disables dodge for the enemy. Right? That's kind of like something, oh yeah, it's because you got that time skip, like Hit got that time skip, so you can't really dodge him, right? Because he's just slowing down time or like skipping time or whatever the power is, I'm not gonna go into that. But that feels like Hit, right? One other unit that kind of makes me feel that is like Hard Virus Goku, who starts off with a lot of damage reduction and starts like slowly losing that damage reduction. He was like one of the first units to do that. And it felt so nice because it felt like you were using Hard Virus Goku, right? It felt like you were actually using the Goku from the show. It felt like you were Goku while using that unit. The thing they do, like Kaioken Goku, for example, as well, he has like the HP loss and super attack, which I think it's cool. But the thing is, a lot of the units just feel the same. All the units have now is guard, damage reduction, dodge, and you just have, if you don't have a combination of those three or a combination of two of those, you kind of just can't do anything in these new events because they absolutely destroy you, man. Like, that's the thing. So many new premium releases do nothing to stand out. What is something that physical Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, a new form, by the way, new form for Vegeta in the series. What does he do to stand out? Nothing. Vegeta does no damage, and he's basically just like a little bit of an updated in Super Saiyan 4 Goku who needs to go slot 1 but cannot handle slot 1. Like, it's just kind of sucks. And this goes to 3 of our 10th anniversary units as well. Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, STR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, and Indigo Frieza. All 3 of these units very poorly handled, very poorly handled. For 10th anniversary units, all 3 of them feels like you're just running some bomb units, bro. Like, it just feels like you're running some, compared to the fusions, they just feel like free-to-play units. They feel like filler Dokkan Fests, bro. Like, yeah, Gohan has that active turn, wow, woohoo, the active turn deals 1 bar to Jiren, and then his super attack, which is 100 million attack stat, which is crazy, does like half of Jiren's bar. It just feels ass. I don't know, it just feels garbage, and you are then forced to just use Gogeta, Vegito, Year 7 Easy A's all the time. Like, if you don't have any of these 4 on your team, your runs are gonna take like over 40 more minutes than they should take. When the game just devolves into bring the units with biggest numbers to beat the boss with the biggest numbers, it isn't enjoyable. Exactly, like, because you are forced to bring the same exact 4 units on every single team, and if you don't bring those 4 units, you're gonna go into an event, do 50 minutes, die because of some bullshit, then you have to go again and do 50 minutes again, and hope you don't die to that same bullshit again. That's kind of how it goes, man. You have no variety on your teams. You kind of are forced to run the same 4 units with like 2 other units. That's basically how it goes. Dokkan is such a good game when you actually have the opportunity to build new interesting teams to tackle a stage, but that opportunity is starting to feel pretty rare. It is. The cool thing about Dokkan was, let's just say, you could bring like the tech droids, you can bring like Endbu, you could bring off-lead physical Metal Cooler into the hardest fight in the game, End Fusion Zamasu, and still beat it with him, because you had like the 23ku team who could make use of that immediate revive that you got from Metal Cooler being off-lead and immediately dying, right? You can't do that anymore. Because the stages are so power crept in HP and damage that you can't get away with like coming up with some cool teams, some quirky teams to actually do these events. You're gonna have people like Truth say something like that's good because you want the hard events. You want like these crazy units to be out and to actually like dominate the game, right? But that kind of takes away from the fun that a lot of people have of just bringing in like niche unit, let's just say like an Usher unit or like a Revive unit, and actually beating it with that is just, that to me just feels more fun. Fun is subjective, so like a lot of people are not gonna like those types of units. They're always gonna like to use like the big boys, Vegetos, Gojitas and stuff like that, right? But it just devolves into being the same exact team using it every single time, and it just kind of feels ass, right? It doesn't really feel too good to actually do that all the time, to me at least. I don't know about you guys, let me know, definitely let me know, but to me it doesn't really feel too good. You shouldn't be forced into the same cookie cutter team lineups, exactly. The new premium summonable unit should have some incentive to be ran. People are pulling Kaioken Goku or like physical Daima Vegeta. They're not using them. Because first of all, these units feel like just watered down versions of just better units that have been out before them. And they just don't offer you anything. They don't feel fun. And they just feel like the same exact units anyway, man. Like that's kind of the problem right now, I think. Is that the units just don't feel unique. A lot of people are going to talk about like 2023 being a bad year for Dokkan Battle, right? I'm gonna say you something, bro. 2023, the TORs we got, all of them were different. Literally all of them. Like you got STR, Gohan and Piccolo, AGL, Android 21. These units kinda really sucked, and that was the fault of Zamasu being such a horrible boss to have at the time. But like, a lot of these TORs felt different. They felt unique. They felt like there was something going with them, right? There was some thought put into some of the stuff that they did, right? Doesn't really just feel like that anymore, because all of the TORs now just have guard, damage reduction, you got guaranteed guard if you revive, damage reduction, you got dodge. Like, both Goku and Hit now come out with like 70% chance to dodge, man. Like both of them. It's just, they don't need to power creep the game, they just need to be unique. It really shouldn't be that hard. You can easily think of so many interesting kits if you don't restrict yourself to the generic formula that the devs have locked themselves into. That's the thing, like that's what I'm talking about. Sure, Gohan and Piccolo are like STR Super 17, like they weren't the craziest of units ever, right? Like they weren't insane units. Or bro, even Super Trunks, honestly bro, even Super Trunks, like there was something there. Like you could see, like you felt, although like a lot of people are gonna say, yeah, you felt like using Super Trunks because he was shit. Right? Definitely the design wasn't amazing, but like it did feel like you were using Super Trunks with you getting that guard for 3 turns and getting that insane damage that Super Trunks got with his active skill, with his super attacks for 3 turns, right? Like that was cool. It felt like, oh, I gotta finish the battle, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose, like, just like Trunks loses stamina in the show, right? It's just cool, it's just cool, it's just cool stuff like that. It just makes me want to like play the game. Honestly, Super Trunks was a shit unit. I still kept using him because I kind of like, I had fun. I kind of had fun just using Super Trunks. And a lot of people are not going to have that fun. I definitely get that, because a lot of people don't want to bank on 50% chance to guard, right? Or something like that. But that's where it comes down to, man. I feel like all the units are just the same. And as Chaotic says right here, I really do like Dokkan, and I do like it as well, and I do want it to do well, because at the end of the day, I post about this game daily, right? It just really hurts watching them fumble the ball repeatedly on the simplest things, right? The celebration, the Golden Week celebration is very good, but Kaioken Goku, bro, what were they thinking with this unit? It just, I don't know. Well, definitely let me know what you guys think about the state of Dokkan Battle right now, about the state of the events of Dokkan Battle right now. I would love to actually hear you guys' thought on it. Thank you guys for watching until the end. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.